Hi guys, welcome to my coffee show. My name is Jack and today I have for you a classic battle of two electric grinders. We're going to compare DF64 Gen 2 with DF83. That should be a very interesting comparison. In fact, if I only had £1 for each time someone of you asked me DF64, DF83, which one to choose, I would have many pounds. By the way, talking about the pounds, I recently started that membership program. You don't have to join all at once, okay? Take it easy, slow down or you crash the system, but all the money will go towards future projects. £2.99 per month, think about it as buying me a shot of espresso. Anyway, what we're going to do today. First, I will talk about few similarities and differences between those two grinders. Then we're going to do espresso and a pour-over test, blind tasting as we normally do. And by the end, I will share with you my final conclusions. So, if you're as excited as myself, definitely click like, sit tight and enjoy. DF64 has been introduced in 2021, if I remember correctly. It became probably one of the most popular grinders. And not without reason, it is a very good grinder. And like with everything, the first few versions were not perfect, but company has been improving and improving. And then, like a natural law of evolution, after DF64 came DF83. Bigger engine, bigger burst, and slightly bigger price. Just a quick note, my DF83, that's the version 1. Currently there is a version 2. So lots of things that I will mention has been already improved in version 2. The thing that I changed in my grinder, I put Barista shoot and a declamper. That changed the flavor profile slightly. And then we got this DF64 Gen 2. Big thank you to Joe from Espresso Outlet for sending me this unit. I will put his links in the description. If you could do me a big favor, just click on those links, check his website. Let's create some traffic over there. Who knows, he might send us something else in the future. If you look at those two grinders, they both look professional, they both look great. Both of those grinders you can get in a black, as you can see, and also in a white version. Obviously there is a difference in a size. DF64 weighs around 6.8 kg, while DF83 10.7 kg. Both have a blower with the wooden top, slightly different sizes. Both of those grinders come with the grind indicator. It looks slightly better on a DF64, and I also like that metal collar. Both of those grinders, they are tilted. I think it's a 15-degree tilt. On and off switch is on the side where it should be. I think I like the DF83 switch slightly more. That DF64, sometimes I have to click few times for it to click on and off, and also I don't think it fits the rest of the style of the grinder. I would prefer to see something metal. But the important things as always are what's inside of those grinders. So as the name suggests, DF64 64mm burst, DF83 83mm burst. Now in version 1 of DF83 they put Itamil burst. I think they are moving now to Chinese burst. In DF64 Gen 2 you have those Chinese bursts, but I have to say they are very good. Both of those bursts, both of those stock bursts, they work nicely, and obviously in both of those grinders you can upgrade. DF64 I think it has more options, but DF83 not far behind. For DF64 I think my favorite SSP bursts so far are MP bursts. For DF83 I only tried high uniformity bursts. At first I didn't like them, but then I learned to appreciate them a little bit more. Engine, obviously different sizes, different engine. DF64 it's 250 watts of power, DF83 550 watts of power, and you can feel that power when you turn the grinder on. Both grinders run in 1400 RPMs. Both grinders are extremely fast. Both grinders might be on the loud side, but I think still DF64 is slightly louder. That's pretty much my only complaint about this grinder. I'm going to grind some coffee and you will hear the noise and everything else. First, let's compare noise without any coffee in. Now I will put some coffee in. Purposely I haven't put a collar on. I want you to see exactly how the static looks like on both of them. One thing that they improved in DF64, they put plasma generator there. I think it's also in the version 2 of DF83, but not in my one. And that plasma generator reduces the static. And yes, it works, especially for espresso. For pour over, you may still get a little bit of the mess, but for espresso, there is a huge difference between those two grinders. Both of those grinders are relatively low in retention. Okay, I've been talking a lot. Now it's time to do some coffee. We will start with espresso. As always, I will use La Marzocco Oliva style profile on decent, we will attempt to do blind tasting. Underneath each cup there is a number. Number 1, it's for DF64 Gen 2, and number 2 will be for DF83. We would not be able to do this test without some coffee beans. Big thank you to Goat Herd for sending us a few bags of delicious coffee. I will put the links in the description. If you live in the UK, if you want to support this micro roaster, you may as well check the website. Let's do it! Okay, 2 shots are ready. It took few attempts to dial them in to the same time of extraction. In this shot, I like the body. The body is perfect, nice, thick, coating your tongue. Very enjoyable shot. No notes are too sharp. All the flavor notes are in balance. They play nicely together. Marzipan, yes. Chocolate, yes. A little bit lower on the citrusy notes. This shot, on the other hand, it feels like the clarity went up. You can detect more of the citrusy flavors here. If that's what you're looking for in the shot, that kind of a fruitiness, I can taste those oranges or citruses, whatever it is, you would go for this one. The first one more on the sweeter side. Difficult choice today because I have 2 good shots. One, it gives you that sweetness and thickness. The other one gives you more of the clarity and those nuances in the coffee. Which one would you choose? Let's choose the clarity today. What is it? It's number 2. Number 2, so DF83. We have to remember that my DF64, the burrs are not fully seasoned. So now it's time to do some pour over. We're going to use that new Oria MK2. That reminds me, by the way, I have to record a video about this one. The coffee, it will be a Kafec Coffee Roasters. That's the roaster from Poland. Well, let's pour it. Okay, so we have 2 cups. Not an easy choice. In fact, probably more difficult than the first one. 2 good cups. This one more balanced and more like kind of a sweetness and more depth of the flavors. This one slightly sharper sourness, but less of that complexity. At first I was going for this one because it hit me with that sourness. After a few sips, this one is more sweetened. There is more sweetness. There is that sourness. Maybe not as sharp, but pleasant. And there is something else. So it's like drinking tea with honey and a little bit of lemon, while the other one is the same tea but without the honey. Let's reveal the cup that I went for today. I'm as curious as you are, and that is number 2, so that's DF83. Again, there was more story in the cup from DF83. So guys, if you are reached to this part of the video, it's compulsory now to click like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. If you could do me a big favor and follow me on the Instagram as well, that would mean a lot to me. You will find the links in the description. By the way, how do you like this wide angle that I used for this video? One of the viewers mentioned I was too close to the camera. So, 2 great grinders, 2 awesome grinders. One slightly cheaper, one a little bit more expensive. Which one to choose? In terms of the look, DF64 Gen 2 looks probably slightly better. In terms of the performance and the workflow, they're both about the same. I like that plasma generator, but you can install it in a DF83 version 1 as well. Now, in terms of the taste, they both very, very good. If you are looking for your first electric grinder, if you're not sure what kind of flavor notes do you like, if you don't want to spend too much, obviously go for DF64 Gen 2. You won't find a better grinder in this price range. And also, if you are planning to upgrade to different burrs, 64mm burrs are much cheaper than 83mm burrs. The taste. You cannot judge any grinder on just one shot, so I'm not talking here just about today's results. I'm happy with both of them, but what I've noticed, those bigger burrs, they open up the flavors a little bit more. Today DF64 gave me a little bit more body, and the overall pleasantness of the shot, I think it was better than on the DF83. But that's probably because I used this medium roasted coffee. With the lighter roast coffee, that extra clarity I'm getting from DF83 would actually be a great advantage over DF64. I'm not saying DF64 won't give you a clarity, so I would say for more experienced home baristas, DF83 might be a better choice. Unless you only drink that dark or medium dark roast coffee, then DF64 will perform really well. For pour over, I like those sour notes that I got from DF64, but the flavor notes were slightly flat. with DF83 maybe slightly less in terms of vibrancy, but little bit more of the complex flavors. If you are chasing those nuances, looking for some deeper flavors, on average, bigger bursts would deliver a little bit more. If you have any of those grinders at home, and I know that lots of you have, please share with us your opinion. If you manage to compare those two, which one you prefer and why. But for today, thank you very much for watching. My name is Jack, this is my coffee show, and hopefully I will see you soon. Thank you, bye!